Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friends, you know, this is what happens when you get a reputation for telling it like it is, straightforward, no bullshit, not living in fantasy, not lying to myself. I get so many emails, my friends, from people that saw some of my earlier videos on religion. They want to save me. They're praying for me. They want me to have a personal relationship with Christ. All of this kind of fantasy BS, I don't want to hear. Now, you see something, my friends. If you so into having a personal relationship with Christ, you can tell it, why are you bothering me? I don't believe that stuff. I can't live in illusion. I'll tell you something, my friends. You go to the wealthy parts of the United States, you can't find a church. Go to the places where people can't hardly get their next meals, a church almost every corner. You have no problem finding a church. This is the difference in people looking up at the sky instead of realizing reality is what you make it, not up in the sky. George Carlin used to go to he used to get so fed up with it. He said, here's some man, you're so illusionary. You think there's some man in the sky dictating your life. It's ridiculous. Guy find $10 in the street, you look it up, thank God. Well, what about the next day when you can't get no money? Where's God then? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. Now, man, I think man as a rule needs it. He needs religion, but I just get annoyed. I mean, I know these people mean well, but they're wrapped up in delusion. It's almost hiding behind drugs. They're hiding behind the God myth. Now, I know, my friends, I know that there's this. I know. I don't have to ask anybody. There's a power beyond my comprehension that rules everything, beyond my comprehension. There's something about nature, infinity, and the earth itself is like a grain of sand in the universe. The earth, the entire earth. And yet these people sit back here so arrogant to say that somebody looked like them has dominated, ruled all that. It's infinity. You know what infinity means? It's endless. But some failed human being like us, we're less than a grain of sand in the universe, and yet we have the gall to say some man look like us with long hair is the driving force behind it. It's beyond my, I cannot comprehend, I can't accept it. And I don't have any problem. I'm not walking around telling people what they should think, but they like me, and they just want me so much to believe. I cannot. I'll tell you one thing, my friends. If this God you believe in the sky that has the answers to everything, I want to know, here's what I want. I'll become religious tomorrow morning. I'll get on my knees, never get off. Let all these scam artists, these guys that play for God and tell you what God told them to do, and taking all your money while they're doing that. Let all these guys as pedophiles and making a cross every 5 minutes. Let them all, they know, they don't believe it, because they believe they wouldn't be doing it. The wages of sin is death. It's obvious the ones that are sitting up there preaching to you and telling you by prayer cloths and holy water and all that. It's obvious they don't believe it. Because they believe that they wouldn't do it. Now, if this God that every these people want me to get hooked up with, personal relationship with God, let these scammers that's using God drop dead tomorrow or any day. Let them all drop dead, being that they're sinning against God and they're making a fortune. Only person that's making a fool of themselves, the people that believe it. I'll get on my knees and I won't get off it. But it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. You see, the way that, what fascinates me is, I'll never forget one statement Einstein made. Albert Einstein, a great scientist. He's a scientist. And he said, if man's religion was, I will not willfully hurt my fellow man, there'd be utopia on earth. Well, no. They're more into the rituals. Praying 5 times a day, putting cold water and making a cross on you. All this stuff. Meaningless. And you know what I like a little bit about this Pope they got now? He's a little more realistic. He's coming down to reality of life more than these people that are phony. I mean, the church, the fascinates me with the church and believing this stuff is that all the mass adherents, people will follow them because people are followers. I used to like Arnold when he used to say, he said, 92% of the people want to be told and led. And you know, the 2% are the ones that are wealthy and laugh at the one on their knees and talk about. I never heard, you go to a wealthy person's house, and I've been to people's houses with money. Not a one of them saying any prayer before they eat. Thank you. I mean, I thought it was ridiculous when I was a kid. My mother said, say prayer. I said, I'm not saying prayer for this. Sometimes we just have spaghetti and some bread and something. She wanted me to say prayer. I said, I'm not saying prayer for what? I make a fool out of myself. If I'm praying for spaghetti and bread, then the guy that has filet mignon, who he's praying to, the same man? It doesn't make any sense to me. A personal relationship with God. I told one of my customers quite a while ago when I was running the store, he loved me so, he just feels so sad I don't have a personal relationship with God. I said, well, I don't know how to get in touch. I said, I'll tell you what you do. Give me his phone number, I'll call him. The customer flipped out. You can't? How can you talk? I said, wait a minute. You said you want to be that person. I don't know how to get in touch with him. It's got to be from your heart. I said, well, not in my heart. That's the end of it. I cannot live an obvious lie for mental comfort. I'm not a comfort man. There's nothing in religion to support it, except the people that are leading and making the money from it. And they got all kinds, you know. I don't know why people go shopping Sunday, because in the Bible, they claim you're supposed to stone people that don't observe the Sabbath. But it's cherry picking. The Jehovah's Witness found things that say you're not supposed to celebrate birthdays. You're not supposed to be. Then they had the snake worshippers that found something in the Bible about that. The Scientologist people know the science Christian stuff. You're not supposed to say, you're supposed to pray when you get sick. Don't go to the doctor. Where all that come from? Is that from the Bible? Or something that these people, you could find if you told people, I want you to go on this special diet of eating a quarter pound of horse shit a day. You'll find people to do it. You'll find followers no matter what it is. But I just cannot, hey, I'm not somebody want to disbelieve, but show me something. Besides this fact, I mean, there's 1,001 religions. Well, if the religion was a fact, it ought to be one. And they all talk about the next one. Something wrong with the other religion, but they're right. And they cherry pick. Had these people worshiping snakes, claim that they found something in the Bible about that. And if you get bit, you're not supposed to, God will cure you. Yeah? Well, quite a number of them have died after being bitten by these rattlesnakes. So, I mean, I'm telling you, and it's straightforward. I know some of you guys that are sending me these emails are in terrible pain, because I'm telling you where I'm coming from. I am not a hypocrite. I'm not a phony, and I'm not a comfort thinker. I'm not going to believe something because it feels good. No. You know what? I'd rather be a giver. I want to help. I'd rather give my fellow man rather than take. But you see something? I'm doing these videos because I'm expressing myself. And I just want people to think. Hey, I'm not, religion is here to stay. People need it. We're confused by life and death. I am too. But I know ain't the shit man is pushing. With all this stuff, I get so angry when I see these guys sitting up there talking about what God told them. In other words, they have a special connection with God that you don't have. Why do you need to go to church and have some phony that's taking all the money you got, especially poor people, taking all the poor people's money, talking about what God said? Well, what do I need? Well, wait a minute. God is telling this guy something he can't tell me. You know what? We trivialize God, really. We make God as fucked up and corrupt as we are. Because if God was cherry picking the people he wanted to live good, they always use making money or being successful as God bless you. But then the point simply is, I guess Bill Gates and Forbes and those guys should still be on their knees. Because they got billions. And if any time something happened, you go to the drugstore and hit a little lottery for $100, you say, thank God. Well, is Bill Gates thanking the same God? Because he's got billions. It's crazy to me. And I used to look at these hypocritical boxers in the ring, and they win a fight, and I thank my Lord, Savior Jesus Christ for this win. It's all for, they know people like to hear that. Then the next fight, he gets knocked cold. Where's his Lord and Savior? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Hey, one of you guys can make sense to me without saying to believe for the sake of believing. I'm all for you. But don't give me that shit. Don't give me that stuff about a personal relationship with Christ being born again and all that. I don't need it. I don't need it. And I don't want it. I'm not going to insult you by telling you I don't. But I mean, I'll look at your videos, and I appreciate you guys thinking so highly of me. But take the religion out of it. If you think highly of me, think highly of me, because I'm a decent, loving human being that will not willfully hurt my fellow man. I'd rather give to my fellow man than take. And I live Einstein's religion. I will not willfully hurt my fellow man. And I'm not going to subsidize or substitute that for getting on my knees and looking up at the sky and not eating meat on a certain day, all those rituals. And I'll never forget Mr. T. He's another one, though. Mr. T came to the store and he says, oh, he's so religious. God saved him, cured him from cancer. So I said, well, why did God allow you to get cancer? I thought I had him. Oh, no, he was testing me. I said, oh, God got nothing better to do than test you. I said, I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad he didn't test me. So, my friends, I hate to burst your bubble, but please don't email me about being saved and all that kind of stuff, because you're wasting time on your computer. It's no way you can get to me. No way. You start talking to God and tell him kill all these scammers. All these people are selling prayer cloths and all that and taking poor people to the poorhouse. Poorhouse and they're in already. Tell God take care of them. Then you can speak to me. To be continued.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.